Right. Oh, mate.
A bit in the middle. Oh, mic's still on. Okay.
Oh, snug.
Snug as a bug in a rug, isn't it? Good. Ready?
Yes, man. Let's do it.
Nice. Welcome back to the Grassroots podcast with myself, PJ, and my co-host, Winnie. This is a colder episode. Luckily, we got these amazing dry robes thanks to Jason Rooney of Broadwell Football Club.
Not Wayne.
Not far from it, though, if he pops to Turkey. Yeah, he's given us these for the work we're doing for the club with marking pictures and stuff. And I got to say, I needed mine at 7 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, they're coming handy now, aren't they?
Yeah. Well, right now as well. I see my breath.
Yeah.
It's chilly in this clubhouse. Very chilly. And it was a chilly old walk up here, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, something a little bit different today, wasn't it?
So we record the pod at Colford, as you know, and that backs onto Buchanan Park. And they close the gates there now between dawn and dusk, or dusk and dawn, whatever. And when Winnie got here, because he got here before me, as per, and the gates were closed, so we had to have a little stroll up here.
Yeah, it's just
It's class, isn't it?
bit of a trek,
Yeah.
muddy. Good job, I mean, you got the white ones
I
on.
got whites on. Always got whites on.
Yeah, it was quite funny because there was a few dog walkers walking out there when they're thinking, what are these kids doing?
We just look like we're casing the place. That's literally what it looks like. We got there with torches just looking around everything. But
Well, funny enough, the padlock was frozen as well, so that didn't help.
oh mate, it's class, isn't it? Yeah.
But we're here now.
I hope these don't rustle too much on the mics, but yeah, so apologies for that, but I'm just trying to keep cozy in it.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, so this week we're just gonna our pod's changed.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
plans changed. We did have a few things that we wanted to do, but it meant carrying a lot of kit up.
Yeah. So we did want to bring up the prizes for the November competition featuring Movember. As I'm sure you can see, even from that distance, I got a hell of a top. This is the most facial hair I've ever had. It's the least Winnie's ever had. Yeah. But I'm quietly proud of what I've grown, though. Like, I am. I'm having to shave every day just to make it look more prominent, because as soon as there's a little bit of stubble, it's just lost.
I didn't realise how much I hate shaving.
I don't mind shaving.
I hate it. Oh, it's vile.
I didn't realise how much I hated having hair here, because I never have.
The best one is when you have like a nice coffee or a bit of cream in it or something like hot chocolate and it gets stuck.
I'm not looking forward to that. I don't want to. Yeah, so we were gonna show off the prizes as per, and get the giveaway out, but unfortunately we're gonna have to just do it on the weekend.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Just have to wait a little bit longer, but it's fairly easy to enter the competition, and we'll go over it Saturday, won't it?
Yeah. We'll be a bit more prepared, so.
I feel like we're prepared today. I just think everything went against us. Honestly, when we had to walk up, and then I got to that lockbox, and then I put in the code, not telling you, and I just couldn't click the thing. In the end, Winnie had to use an old key. So yeah, here we are.
We're here, so.
We're here now, and yeah, competition will be Saturday, and we'll go for it from there. So I think the best thing to do is just talk about, although you will have. Obviously, everyone's seen our little roundups after the game, but might as well just talk about them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we had Saturday we had a good game.
Yeah, it was a closer one than normal, wasn't it? A bit of a more
I had a chat with a couple of a coach and a parent there, and a couple of teams that we've played. They had some close results, so I was like, do you know what? And to be fair, the game was really even. The score, we played well. Don't get me wrong, we played really well. Like I said in the previous one, I think the post and the crossbar got hit at least 6-7 times. Really good game. They had some good players. We just played our usual game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We attacked really well. And it was nice. It was, I don't know, sometimes you don't know how the boys are going to be when you travel, because it was like an hour and 10 for us.
Yeah, we had the same.
And you just don't know. Sometimes late nights, early mornings, it don't always work, but they did really well. But it was just nice to have that. And I keep saying it, and it's no disrespect to the teams that we play, but to have a bit of a closer game, do you know what I mean? Because Some of them are like we've said before that we are in the wrong league, but I don't want us to come across big-headed because we're playing in Europe. Do you know what I mean? It's a difficult one, but
Oh, you don't sound it at all.
no, but like we've said, no team get anything from winning 8-10-0 from them for us. But yeah, it was a really good game. Scored some really good team goals, and yeah, it was nice. Didn't have to do that much shouting this time, which is
Lovely.
which is always handy.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
And they had a burger van, so it was nice to have a nice hot coffee.
That's a touch, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Because obviously we got coffees and stuff here, but we don't have hot food.
we didn't have coffee today.
We didn't have coffee today. We did not have coffee today.
That was another thing that went against us.
The pod was like set up to fail today. So what we're actually doing, we're doing everything we can to get this out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jace, James, Jamie, whichever one of you, stock up. Dear God, it was that's the worst hot chocolate I've ever had.
Terrible.
Hands down. Oh,
Terrible.
but they're only £1, kids. Yeah, that's it. That is a nice touch, isn't it? A burger van on the side.
And
We've said about it many a time as well.
Like, again, it's having someone to do it, isn't it?
Well, funny enough, I spoke to the lad from Buster's Burgers. There's a plug.
Yeah.
You're welcome. I spoke to him on Saturday because I went down for the fireworks.
Great display. We have to say that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Broadwell.
Yeah, really, really good actually. Because they had the silent fireworks at Colford on the Friday.
Did they?
Yeah, and to be honest, I've lived in Colford all my life, never gone near those fireworks.
I'm sure we used to have them years ago up here.
Oh, I bet. Well, I think it was Erkham started doing it 6 years ago. He told me, but he didn't do it this year. He was on a barbecue there. But yeah, they had silent fireworks for a change, and he said it was really odd because you can just have a conversation. It's just all the lights. Personally, I like the bang. I do have 4 dogs, and they don't all like it. No. So I do understand it.
And I suppose up here it's a little bit more out of the way, isn't it?
Yeah, so I would. But then the sound does travel across from here. That's the other thing. So, and you wouldn't believe it, but Broadwell's fireworks, you can hear them from mine. So yeah,
it busy.
Want it busy.
Oh,
it's so
there
good
was
though.
People there everywhere.
Yeah,
which is good. But I think they done it right because there was nothing on that weekend.
No, exactly.
So they done it.
I don't know if people all liaise with each other because I went to Lydney's on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So went there. That was heaving. Absolutely. And also so many people that was just all over the pod. We're massive. Like and subscribe. But yeah, absolutely rammed. That was a really good show. And then we had a couple of others. There had been some before. Speech House was the Saturday before, wasn't it? A load of kids set it off early on the top. Did you hear it? Yeah, they lit the fire early. Well, yes, it's bad. It is bad, but you don't really go for the fire, do you?
No.
I realise there's a bit of preparation involved in the fire. Like, you have to put everything there. You have to worry about hedgehogs, turns out.
Really?
So that's why a lot of people start preparing it on the day as opposed to the day before.
Oh, so
I don't know how you'd fence it off to stop them. Hedgehogs are getting in anything, and they. But yeah, so it's perhaps not so bad. I think if they'd let off all the fireworks, that's a bit of an issue. But yeah, I found it quite funny. I won't lie.
It's nice to have, isn't it? So maybe next year. Rootworks.
Grassroots display though. Well, I did. Somebody from Lydney was saying that they used to have. Is it Bathurst Park there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you used to say thanks Bathurst or something like that at the end, like all lit up, and I was like, well, like and subscribe. Duh. I think that'd be class. But yeah, so we had that Saturday, and I spoke to him then and said, because he goes up for a few of the Broadwell games, he sponsors a couple of players and all.
Yeah.
And I thought, wouldn't it be good to one day have him up here? Do you know what I mean? And just because we get loads here,
we do,
and I guarantee they'd definitely want a bacon roll.
Well, like you said, if there's 4 games out there,
yeah,
like we were saying on the weekend, if you have 4 games, it's 60, 70 people.
Well, yeah, because we were saying about the parking.
Yeah,
for a start.
I like to go on to that because I know I said about it in the previous, but it's such a massive thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, funny you say it because my game, we got moved pitches. So we played. We played in. I don't know where's it's Cash's. It was Cash's Green Foxes. I played.
Yeah, I've never been up there.
No, and I think that's the furthest we've been, because it seemed further than Mitchelhampton. I don't know how fat I look, but I swear, camera ads £10. Yeah, so it's Stroud Way. It was a hell of a trek, hell of a trek. But we had to play on the park, which it turns out is next to the school. But he said, "Oh, parking's on the side of the road." And as I'm getting there, there's like 40 cars parked along the road anyway. And I looked, and there's not even anybody on the pitch. So that was just residential parking.
It's mad,
and yeah, so I was like, you got to get up on the curb and just keep yourself out of the way. That's the best we could do.
I know, like, people can't help it. We're quite fortunate here with what we got.
Well, and we're adding parking here.
Yeah.
What was it going to have parking for 64 spaces? I think it is, which suddenly takes everything off of there, takes the pressure off everywhere else. So it will be good. But that's down to a lot of work from Jace.
Yeah.
He's had to really, really go at the council. I mean, everyone's going to benefit. Bowman and the Dean are going to benefit.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be an all-round benefit, but it's just the work that goes into it to get it to that stage, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that shows, like you say, how fortunate we are.
And commitment from him.
Yeah, massive commitment. I think he's doing a class job. In fact, it's proven because we got the Pride of Colford Award, didn't we? I can't believe we've not talked about that on the pod yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Broadwell Youth won the Pride of Colford Award, which to you seems like nothing. Well, if you're in Cinderford. But to us, it's massive. Like, it's huge. And it does show the work we're doing. So we've got so many kids playing football now, so many. And we're giving them all as equal a chance as possible. Even when we get into competitive level, a lot of people have got, like, they rotate keepers, they rotate players and say, you're going to play these games, you're going to play these games. I think that's as fair as it can be.
And it's built a bit of a community as well, isn't it?
Yeah, massive community. Well, I think that was shown with the fireworks, really.
Oh, God, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, because it was all parents from kids that play, realistically. There was a few from the senior team as well, obviously. But yeah, it was made up mainly of kids and parents. I thought I'd put that on silent. I apologize.
I'm just nice and toasty now.
Yeah, my hands aren't now.
I got the pockets, mate.
Oh, can't do it. I'm very handsy.
So how was your games, mate?
Well, I'm just going to... yeah, here we go. I'm sorry. Very popular guy. My game was not what I expected. I talked about it on the off route. The on route, we were really positive, and to be fair, we were still positive after the game. But I had one kid; he's been away for a little bit, so you could see he was a bit within himself within the game, and understandably so. It's quite daunting, I think, suddenly going back, especially like you say, a long drive up.
Yeah.
So he struggled, and then I had I think a managerial error. I'm going to put it down to, which I don't have many of because false nine. I'll go into formations another time. But I think I was trying to let people play where they wanted to play too much, or where they've been able to play in other games, rather than just going, "This is the only way you're going to get anything from this game, boys." It was a really hard decision. I didn't know what was going to be best for everyone. And by the final quarter, I put one at the back and I said, the rest of you just go and do whatever you want to do. Literally, just go and try and have fun, because we were, what were we, 7-1 down, I think. I finished 8-1. So actually, I should have just gone on attack from the off.
You was at a bit of a disadvantage, weren't you? In the sense of you only had bear 7.
We had bear 7, but they had bear 7.
Oh, did they?
They had bear 7, but they had some. Their kids were much bigger. They were rough. Like there's no beating around the bush. They were very, very rough. Preston has got literally, like, I think I sent you a photo.
Yeah, you showed me it. Yeah,
He's got a scratch running down his shin. It's like a gouge in it. Bruises all up his leg. His ankle's bruised. His foot's cut. He got battered, but he loved it, and he put in, the biggest fight I've ever seen in him ever. To the point that he did pretty much 2-foot a kid in our box after they'd hit him. And we were seconds away from the end, realistically. But yeah, whilst we were unfortunate with like the squad size we had and things like that, that didn't take nothing away from them. They played exactly how they needed to win. And maybe I'll take some of that as a manager and say, look, guys, if you want to win some games, this is what we're going to do. I say that, and then I'll say that, and we'll lose anyway. Positive mental attitude.
Yeah, I think we've said many times, I think unfortunately the situation you've been in from the start of the season, it's almost like you just got to grind it out now, and hopefully they adjust.
Funnily enough, I was talking to people about it I got the Seven Valley chat, and I was talking to a couple of people about it. One team are in the middle league. I don't know what that was. Is that Explorers or Discoverers? Discoverers is the first, then Explorers.
No, Pioneers is top, isn't it?
Pioneers is top. So Explorers, Discoverers, Pioneers, perhaps. No, Discoverers, Explorers, Pioneers makes sense.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's say he's an Explorers. I may be wrong on this. I don't care. He said that he's asked to move up to give the kids more of a challenge. So I'm assuming he's getting some good results in that league. And the Seven Valley had said no. So now I've been on about trying to swap with somebody, because I feel like if you've got two teams that are prepared to swap, it takes away all of the hassle. Realistically, we'll just swap fixtures and swap names. Seems quite simple to me. I might be wrong. I doubt I am.
I think, yeah. It's only the cup that affects it, isn't it? But then if you're normally the cup weekend, there's not any fixtures on after that, is there?
Well, it doesn't affect me with the cup.
Funny enough, not me this time.
Yeah, which is different. But because then I spoke to Jace and said what was said in the AGM at Seven Valley, and apparently they were going to look into reshuffling the leagues.
I can't see they can't not though. Looking at the results that you've had,
and looking at the results that some others are having in the lower league as well. Nussy being one of them. He won 9-1 the other day against a team that beat me 7-1. You know, like we should be in the mid league at the very highest, and we could compete in that per se. And even then, I think I'm going to probably have to change the kids around at some point to give everybody the right sort of fighting chance in each league.
But like if you went down into the middle, an argument's sake, scores are 3-1, 4-2, stuff like that.
That's much better.
It's not so bad. But if it's high nils, then they, like you said, I don't know how easy it is to do it, but surely they do see the results, don't they? So let's just hope that after Christmas that it can be.
Well, somebody else said as they understood it, it will be the after Christmas, any fixtures that couldn't be fulfilled because of weather will be added on, and then the top half of the table will play the top half of the table, and the bottom half of the table will play the bottom half of the table. But there's no table in non-competitive football, so it'll just be based on their results they've got. But realistically, we're getting thumped by every team in that league, so it's just going to be more of the same. We'll see what happens.
That's where sometimes I think that. How do I put it? It's almost like it'd be nice to have a league in a sense of so you can see where you're at, because like they keep it in house, don't they?
Yeah.
But if you could see almost what you're going to be playing against, you sort of have an idea, because all right, if there's a team flying, no one, like if you're not in that position, you don't want to see it. But it's almost nice to have an idea of what you're going to come up against.
Yeah, because
it's really difficult, isn't it? Especially you haven't played any of them teams. Whereas obviously when we was in that league, we'd played them a couple of seasons in a row, sort of thing. So you kind of get an idea. But yeah, I don't know.
Well, we all do
the same thing. It could just be passed to the coaches, maybe.
Maybe because I always ask the coaches how they're getting on and stuff, which is again what happened this weekend, and that's the thing. He said to me they're getting thumped. Well, they got beat 13-0 by a team that beat me 7-0. So slightly, it's a funny. But then we play good football against good footballing teams. They just score more goals. It's as simple as that. I didn't really mind that 7-0 against Trouty's lot. That was all right. But to then go into that game and we were dominated physically. Then that was the real hardship. But that aside, I've already said well done in the other one, but hats off to their coach, because he reffed the game, and I've never seen somebody ref so unbiasedly. Like he was genuinely brilliant, really, really good. He was really good with the kids. Like he could see Preston was upset at one point because he honestly got lumps kicked out of him, and he was getting wound up, and it was then that he went and tried to kill the kid. But he made sure he was okay. He gave us every decision that we should have had. He wasn't unfair at all. and he even wiped away that penalty that should have been. So,
I'm saying that,
Yeah.
it's nice to have a positive thing for referees after the news has just come out, isn't it?
oh mate,
I definitely think it's something we have to have a chat about.
yeah. Oh, it's current, isn't it? It's current. I think I totally agree with what he said.
Yeah,
No,
yeah, definitely.
I respect Klopp as a manager. What I think is whoever his mate is leaking that footage. That's a bit rough, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, I seen something earlier on that I don't know if this is 100% true, but I seen it on the internet that the person recording is something to do with cricket. Well, that video got posted in a cricket WhatsApp group.
Oh.
And then he's like, I can't understand why it's got leaked. But what I don't get, why now? Because evidently this was out before.
Yeah.
It's weird how it all of a sudden comes out, isn't it?
Yeah, he's wound
But then when you look back at some of the decisions that he's made against them, Liverpool,
that's the thing, isn't it? Then
he hasn't helped
like this
himself one bit.
No,
has
he hasn't. And something like that coming out, people are going to find everything about you.
Oh, of course they are.
It's like when we try and be manager of a Premier League club, because this can happen eventually with all this. Like, people are going to find everything we've said today.
Yeah.
But no, I really respect you, Klopp.
Yes, it's really bad, really, when you think about it.
Yeah,
At that level,
it's stupid at that level. But I also think, I'm not condoning it, but he is a human being.
yeah.
Football's a game of opinions. Now, I guarantee, like, if Klopp's not going to use that language if he comes out after post-match and he has an interview, but he'll slate a referee.
Oh, God,
Has done. I mean, Fergie was.
But he must have known he was being recorded.
It looks like he knew he looks at the camera. I find it very hard not to look at the camera. You know?
And then some people were saying, is it fake? But the way the camera zooms in when you're saying it and stuff like that, I don't think it can be fake.
No, I mean, AI now is nuts. It's nuts.
I don't think it's that good though, is it?
Well, I bet he's hoping it is. I bet he's hoping the judge thinks it's good. But yeah, I don't know what will come of it entirely. But he hasn't painted himself in a good light there. But again, people
respect the ref.
Respect the ref. People are entitled to their opinions, and I do feel for refs because they're under so much scrutiny at the moment. They're like the Southampton game on the weekend. That wasn't down to the ref. That's down to the VAR ref.
But that's them is in VAR 2 or 3. That's 4 people getting it wrong.
Yeah, it's supposed to be if it's an absolute howler of a decision, and they go, hang on a minute, you really do need to go and take a look at that.
But I read something. It might have been on one of the grassroots pages actually, and it was saying about referees that do our games. 9 times out of 10 are young.
Yeah.
So if that was a prime example, you got 3 people in VAR and a referee on the pitch get decision wrong, yet a 14-year-old kid is expected to make that decision on his own and get it right without, like I said, we haven't really witnessed it, but parents on that case at a 14-year-old kid.
Yeah,
that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah,
that's a lot of pressure.
I've never witnessed it on a kid. I've seen parents from an opposition. I won't name the club.
We've seen a little bit where you can see the parent almost getting a bit riled up. A late challenge on his kid. I understand that, but it was a fair challenge. No, yeah, it's hard to say because we was right on the other side, but it looked fair, but almost enough to be a free kick. And then you could see him go in and go in and go in. And then in the end, fair play to him, he stopped it and said, "Look, I'm a kid." And then a couple of the other parents sort of shut him down, and he sort of walked off a little bit. But I thought fair play at 14.
Yeah. I mean, I know I was a bit of a nightmare at 14, but if I had been reffing a grassroots football game with all the parents, because parents do.
Sometimes the pressure is on the ear, like we said before in the tournaments, when they're 14-year-old kids are running around.
It's not just a tournament. Luckily, like I say, if I was 14, I would really struggle. I'm one of the most confident people I know.
Do you reckon?
But I would have struggled at 14. I don't now, if I'm perfectly honest. But we are talking about kids. I know parents get passionate when their kids are involved, but I feel like I can be charismatic enough as a ref to get them on side, and you can have a little bit of a laugh with it. And honestly, if somebody's going to moan at my decision, I will turn and just moan right back at it. Like, I got no problem with it. But as you go into adult football, it gets difficult, because then you've got the actual teams coming at you. Then they're supporters, and supporters are horrible to refs in grassroots football.
Also, with that, at the moment, I say results don't matter.
Yeah.
As soon as you get to under 12s and it gets competitive, parents see a whole different light of it, don't they? So when them decisions go wrong and it's a difference of winning a game and finishing top, that's when it gets even more heated.
Yeah.
And that's when you have to think about it again. But I look at it at the end of the day, that 14-year-old kid is in that middle centre circle making them decisions because no one else is going to do it.
Exactly.
So I say fair play to him.
I say fair play to him, and I think
just don't commit on camera after.
That Winnie. But I think grassroots. I don't know about refs in other sport. I'll be perfectly honest. Within rugby, we'd have to talk to Si and Foxy about that, or any other rugby club.
They're much more respected, though.
Much more respected, but I don't know what it's like at grassroots level. Because this is the thing. I feel like refs are more respected at grassroots level of football than they are in the Premier League, if I'm perfectly honest.
But I'll tell you what, this is something for us to do, to get involved with that, maybe.
What, Premier League?
No, rugby. Maybe we go ref a rugby game. There you go. Micah.
Oh my God, we'll get absolutely battered.
And you go, just blow the whistle, and you go, what for? I said, I'm going to have to read the rule book.
Yeah. Just go back to Foxy's scrapbook going, there's nothing in here about rugby.
That would be really interesting, actually, and who refs their games, and if it is, again, just a coach. I presume it would be.
Yeah, it's going to be a coach or a parent. Well, I've seen Si reffing Fox's games.
There's a difference anyway. No one's going to square up to Si, are they?
I'll have fun.
Whereas I'm like, yeah, all right, mate.
But no, I see what you're saying. But yeah, I think grassroots football, definitely. I think we could all be more respectful of refs. I think everyone should just think about the fact that is 9 times out of 10 a young kid doing it, or a parent that stepped up because no one else will, or a coach that's had to because all the parents are lazy gits. So
we've had games where a parent's done it off the sideline. He come up before the game and he go, look, mate, this is my first time doing it. I will make decisions wrong. I ain't going to get everything right, but I'll go what I think. And then at the end of the day, when it goes against him, then I'll give him some.
I tell you, someone who you don't want to have on the sidelines when you're reffing for the first time is Dan Peregrine. My God, he didn't have a go at me whilst I was. I was like, mate, he was like, PJ's kid's tackle. I was like, that's a fair tackle.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah,
it is great. It's an hard job, and I'm very lucky now, certainly at ours, that I've got a few parents that's willing to do it.
Yeah,
and the same thing with running the line, because that's another job.
I'm going to struggle with that.
That's another job.
Yeah, I'm going to struggle with that. I think it's going to be fun.
It's really difficult
because we don't. A lot of my parents come from further away. There's some of them that, like, we've got a couple where the kids with one parent 1 week, one parent the other week. So you get a lot of mums. Very few mums want to ref and run the line, and I don't blame them either. Nope. Yeah, it's like some of them, I swear, turn up in high heels just so that they got an excuse. See them just fall through the mud. Yeah, it's funny. But yeah, respect the ref. That's the thing. Let's do it. Let's all try to anyway, especially if you see me reffing on the weekend. All right, pipe down. Yeah. Should we get on to this week's games?
Yeah.
What we got coming up?
Both at home, Emmy?
Both at home. And as usual, I'm looking ahead a bit of a thumping.
You've got another tough team.
Yeah, real tough team. So we've got Ulverston Foxes. I've played against an Ulverston side. I'm assuming. I hope you can hear me. I might put the mic out now. An Ulverston side. We had a really good game with them. Drew 1-1. Turns out that wasn't the Foxes. That was just the Rabbits. No, it was. So that was their development side. But yeah, we had a really good game against them. So I was like, I'm quietly confident about this one. Winnie shut me down. So I've heard you're very good.
Yeah,
looking forward to playing you. We'll see what happens. It's not too far of a trek for them. I don't think it's 35 minutes.
Just over the bridge, isn't it?
Yeah. So we got an early kickoff to accommodate There's people playing here. There's people playing at Colford, at college. Sorry. So yeah,
Hopefully we get some footage this time.
Well, I'm
Nice
hoping.
time.
Yeah, you'll get some footage if you come down early enough. It'll be fine. Well, he'll probably be at my game before.
Why? Not like you to be late.
Yeah, I know. It's a minute from my house as well. That's that, isn't it? I'll have to shave again. Yeah, and you, mate, who have you got?
We got Cotswold Rangers.
Played them before?
No.
Well, not at under 11s anyway.
Don't know anything about them. Again, I'm finding it difficult with our league to find any results, really.
Right, okay.
Don't really get any results. There's no chat for us like there is for you. No.
Isn't there?
No.
Are you sure there isn't? You just haven't been added?
Well, maybe. But yeah, I don't know anything about them. I've heard of them, but I expect they got a bit of a trek coming from there.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a trek.
So there's no early kick-off for me.
No.
But sometimes I don't mind it. But other times it's nice to prepare so you know what you're getting. But again, I got a full squad, so it's good. Nice to have the changes and stuff. So and it's at home. So
I'm at a full squad, but it's slightly depleted now. And then so we've got one player left. So I have got the full team there, but it's a bit different. We'll see what happens with it all. I don't know.
Yeah, it's just very.
I might just play 6 at the back. Simple, isn't
just
it?
asking if you have 2 goalkeepers.
Yeah. Well, I got 2. It's always sweet. Yeah, I did think after the old 9v9 goals, I thought maybe suddenly we look really big in goal, but no, it's still a hard position for anyone, isn't it? Goalkeeper. I feel for him. I really do feel for him.
I always say, if you look at a pitch, a striker, if he loses the ball, he's got a midfield, a defence, a goalkeeper to back him up, and it goes down. Whereas if a goalkeeper makes a mistake, he's got no one.
Yeah, exactly.
And it is the hardest job, and not many people want to be a goalkeeper.
No, I got one keeper that really all he wants is to be a keeper. So, and he's now having 1-to-1 sessions as well. So
that's good.
I think it makes a big difference. And funny enough, I spoke to Si about it. Now we all know about the comments that upset a couple of people, but all of that's, I hope, all been sorted out properly now because we know he didn't mean anything by it. And what he actually said to me was it made him really think about the fact that he's never given his goalkeepers proper training. So he's now taking them off individually during training to give them some 1-to-1 goalkeeping.
Yeah.
And what a good idea.
Yeah, if you've got the coaches to help you. Like I was lucky when we had Sam.
Yeah.
Who was doing his Duke of Edinburgh because he was a goalie himself. He could go off and I sort of said to him, "You're a goalkeeper. You know more about goalkeeping than I do.
Yeah.
Like, can you help me out?"
At 14.
At 14, yeah. And he's a good little keeper.
He's a very good keeper. He's very commands his box real well. Sam does. Well, you would have seen in the tournament.
Yeah.
You would have heard. You could hear him.
It was his birthday every day, wasn't it? Happy birthday, Sam.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, he knows more about it than I do, and I have thought about it, but I try and integrate my training with goalkeepers. So I use a lot of shot-based drills. I try use playing out for the back.
Perhaps I should do that. Maybe we'll score.
And then I'll either rotate the keepers or let one of the keepers almost come outfield and play and swap over. I do a lot of 1-2. So the player passing to me, I lay it off, and then they'll have a shot. If the keeper saves it, it's up quickly, swap, and in and out. So that gets them. But again, I don't really know a lot.
Thing for that is I do that before games. It's just it gives everyone a little bit of a You get that practice shot off. You get the practicing goal, just a little bit of handling. My thing for it, because of having 2 keepers, you swap between them. I think a lot of stuff is muscle memory, isn't it?
Yeah. So
you can be quite quick to forget what you've just done if you've not done it again in immediately after. I think sometimes it's like darts. Was that your 180 as well?
Yep.
Attaboy, love it. Yeah, sign him up.
I want to brag.
But yeah, so I do that before games and stuff. Whereas doing it at training, I don't see it. I don't know why. It's the pep in me in it. I don't see it as much of a drill. I do try to find lots of different drills for my kids, but luckily this week we only have 5 at training.
Only 5?
5, yeah, which is It
Hard
was
to plan.
shocking numbers. Well, I had planned around having more because there was more on Hedger. There's another plug, right? Please, because now I've got ads on the other two teams that I have, and I've just downloaded Last War because of it. Total accident. Yeah, thank you. That's a plug as well. Last War.
There is a video actually coming out that there's a good plug for Hedger.
Yeah,
I've got one.
Now, yeah. So because of that, suddenly I was like, "Oh, what am I actually going to do?" But luckily, again, I had Sam doing Duke of Edinburgh with my under-6s, and I've now got Harry and a young lad called Matt as well, both doing a Duke of Edinburgh. So we've got them split between the two teams. So I have Harry with me quite regularly, if not all the time really, because I pick him up and take him as well. And I had him and Josh just whipping balls in from opposite ends of the pitch, opposite sides of the pitch, for our strikers to just get onto. At first, one at a time, then two at a time, because last week we did it where we had defence versus attack. And honestly, the defenders are going to get there 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
Realistic. So they don't get much from it. So then what I did is some defensive work with Preston, and I had George doing some as well, but basically Preston doing the defending, George doing the attacking, but with just Arlo there in goal. And he loved it because he got more chance to do some saves. We were doing little balls whipped in. We were also doing a couple of things where literally just a long pass round somebody and then a shot.
Yeah.
But because there was only 2 of them, it was quite quick succession. They weren't skying it because we weren't going from far away. And then we did distribution as well because you saw in the game, it's something that we struggle with a little bit.
Yeah.
But his kicking's got loads better. Just from that, being able to be calm and have no pressure from what we're doing with the drill, really. So it did work. And his distribution was brilliant during the game.
I've done a bit with distribution. Not so much this time around, but before, get the keeper to kick out their hands, and the person who's launching the ball out to practice the touch.
Get their touch. Exactly what we're doing,
and it's quite... Because it's hard to hit a player 40 yards away.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So for them to do it, it's good. I started off with boxes, land it in the box.
Yeah.
But yeah, now you said about it, I probably don't do enough with my keepers, really.
That's the thing. So I think if something can come from everything that we've done, everything that was said, I think something good would be better than people getting upset about it. So,
but here's a plug. There is a person that does one-to-one goalkeeper training.
There is.
Isn't there, Zane?
And I tell you what, if that was all of the kids that he coaches that were liking his comment on that competition, then he's obviously decent.
So can all them like and subscribe?
Yeah. Come off it. On YouTube, please.
But funny enough, like I said to you the other day, Zane did message me, and his first game at 9v9 is going to be against me in the new year.
Yeah, I like that.
He's going to have a game,
Yeah. I mean, that'd be a good game anyway.
Yeah,
I've got him before Christmas.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I think I don't know if he's the 7th. I know after this game I got Hucklecoat, but it's Hucklecoat Hawks this time, not their Falcons.
Yep.
And then I think it's Dudley. Yeah.
I think I'm at Hucklecoat next
But
week. Are you away next week?
7th. Yes, I'm away next week.
I got Hucklecoat next week.
Oh my gosh. Perfect.
I'm at Hucklecoat next week.
Yeah, like that. That'll be good.
Walk and talk round Hucklecoat.
Buzzing. Because it's different, isn't it, when you're doing it on your own? I do it with Preston, obviously, and this week we had our...
It's very difficult to do. I'm still a little bit like, I don't want to be that one walking around with the camera. Like,
oh, mate, I just ended up getting used to it because of the step challenge. The amount of times I was talking about prostate cancer when there's somebody walking around and I'm going, well, your prostate's actually quite small. And then I look and there's like a 18-year-old girl walking past and I was like, oh, God damn it. Yeah, it's just like, it doesn't look good. Or you get like an old couple and they cross the road. Like, yeah, it's funny, isn't it? Yeah, maybe we're not those people yet, but we will be. One day, like when I saw this thing of Will Smith when he was in the Bad Boys movies. You see, yeah. And he's got that, like, that's sick. What a bit of kick, because he's like, when he comes out like that, it has to be. It just
rotates, doesn't it?
Yeah, it rotates as he moved, didn't it? And he was doing all these different bits, and I thought, yeah, That'd be.
Got any of that, Neil?
Yeah. Hope you're enjoying Dubai or Saudi or I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
But we can't edit. Oh, yeah, it's all natural, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. It's better, isn't it? Hey, much like my tack. Good though, isn't it? I'm gonna hang on. I don't know how close I gotta get. Very close. I don't know which camera it is, but look at that. That's a beauty. That is a beauty. It just looks like a dirty lip, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's that.
It's great.
It's great.
It's all for a good cause.
It is all for a good cause. It is all for a good cause. Mental health's massive. I was just about to say up the blues, but now we've said that, I look terrible if I do.
No, I generally think, in all seriousness, I am competitioned out.
Yeah.
We've had 6
We had 6 weeks of stuff.
brilliant weeks, but Team Grassroots
Won again.
victorious again, smashing 3 million steps again.
Again. Beating Unfazed were second, weren't they? Beaten by 6,000 and something steps, which is, that's tight, mind that is. 6,000 steps is tight.
There's a few shout outs.
Yeah, there's a lot of shout outs. The other teams involved. Primal Instinct, I really thought that they were going to be like the first videos I saw, and they were all walking up a mountain. I thought, are you kidding me? It's 5 a.m. I literally hadn't even thought about getting out of bed. And but then we have to. Train with Blaine, who came third, he came back with us. Yeah, he was proper good. I see him in the gym, and he was like, confident, are we? I was like, no, not now. No, in fact, now I'm real scared.
But yeah, it was really good, and a couple from our team as well.
Pro Stars could have done with putting the watches on the kids, couldn't they? Hey, cool, how's it? Place, mate? Oh, you're late.
But we had a couple of real good ones in our team.
Yeah, no, we had some real good ones, and again, it was that team spirit thing. I gotta say, really missed Tracy.
Yeah,
I really missed your mum. Really did.
Yeah,
Still do.
There was a few days where we said to me, I just need my mum's wise words.
Yeah, honestly.
She's definitely back for the next one.
Just to come in there with, so, I don't know all of you. I loved that. It was so good.
Well, she's asked for some new trainers for Christmas, so ready for
the
next challenge. So
nice. She can have these then when I'm done. Sweet.
Check with the bar.
Yeah, the other teams, well, we had synchro games, didn't we?
Yeah.
Who else did we have? Who else were we against?
Oh, off the top of my head now. This is going to look really bad, isn't it?
No, I mean, I could probably pause it now and get it.
We had
synchro games, and then there was somebody else, and whoever else you were, you left a real lasting impression. I promise. I'm going to just really subtly.
Yeah.
Who was it? I don't even know. I would struggle. I'd actually have to look at Gemma's post now, and that's really bad. That's really bad. Are they going to be on here?
If you go on Unfazed and then go on their page.
Unstoppable. Oh, yeah.
On their page.
God, can we? I don't think we can edit this. Can you go and pause it or something?
No.
No?
On here.
There they are. Okay. Unfazed. Oh, Discomfort Zone. We knew you were in there as well. Damn it, 'cause they were in the last one. I apologise for that, actually. Because it was Discomfort Zone and off the block fitness, wasn't it? From the block fitness. I really regret starting that bit of the pod.
No, but it's not a bad thing because honestly, we've had so much going on, and I am mentally drained.
Yeah,
I am not, mate. Honestly, that Monday we finished. I did not even do 4,000 steps.
No, I did.
Sunday, I didn't even hit 2.
No.
And I was like, normally I'd be having that by about, 10 past 5.
Exactly. It was ridiculous, really. But I did thoroughly enjoy it.
I did.
It's like that type 2 fun, I call it. It wasn't really fun at the time, and I look back at it and I go, it was actually hilarious what we were doing. But then, again, whilst looking back at it and think it's funny, I wasn't looking forward to doing it again.
No,
it's a funny one.
I'm glad there's like a 2-month break.
Yeah, and I have said, and I've said this to Winnie more than anyone else. Anything over a week, no. Just can't deal with it at the moment. But that does go to we only had to endure something bad for 6 weeks, and the people that we're realistically raising money for, they've got to enjoy something for life.
Yeah,
9 times out of 10 with it, and that's rough. And I think,
But we are going to go on to a separate pod. There will be a separate pod on like the men's mental health and stuff like that because
well, it's massive for me. Well, that's why we've got the old chaise on. Hey, I need counselling after every single football game. Every single one. Firstly, I speak to Winnie. I also speak to Dickie. I need counselling after speaking to Dickie. I speak to my mum. I need counselling after speaking to my mum. I speak to my boy. I speak to a couple of others, and like some people Jason has had to talk me down a couple of times.
It's good to talk.
Yeah, I think I cried on the phone with Jason before. I don't think he knows that I did. I definitely had tears in my eyes talking to people on the phone with it all. It's hard work being a football coach. It's hard work being a dad. It's hard work being just a bloke at times, isn't it? It is. Winnie's not one to open up. I'll tell you my life story. Like, you cut me right now and bleed it all out. It's not a big thing for me to talk about it all, but it's something that we will do.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get on that chaise long and you can just be...
Yeah.
Get your mum in.
Get my mum in.
Perfect. Let's do it. Let's do it.
We will do some, definitely.
Yeah, no, I think so, because, well, it's cheaper than my normal company.
You guys see their prices.
Sam's in her new trainers. Right, I think we're going to have to wrap it up, so I could talk about it all day now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. We will be back Saturday. I don't even know how long this pod has been, but yeah, we'll be back Saturday with the competition, hopefully some coffee.
Yeah.
James.
Walk and talk and some football action.
Yeah. So, send up the blues for me with that.
It's freezing.
I know, it's cold, isn't it? I know. Why do you think I went like that? I can't know anything.
You set the clarets for me. Up the wow. Honestly, mate.
That is cold, isn't it?
Honestly.
How good are these, though? How good are these? Like, oh, I hope, is the mic on still? Yeah, mine's on. I think we're sweet. But, oh, God, I love it. I love them. They're the best thing ever. I don't care about that Facebook page. I'm going everywhere in this. I'm going to sleep in it. Let's go.